All right, welcome to our Rec Commission meeting on Tuesday, July 28th. We have a quorum, so we can start our meeting with our guest. Would you like to go first?
Sure, why not?
All right, fire away.
Okay. I can do the small things first. How's that? The last meeting of the Rec Commission, I observed that there was a big discussion about grub and fertilizer expenditures at Sawmill, at Ennis, that wasn't budgeted for, that was gonna be over budget. So in that, I went back and had votes for both soccer and lacrosse, and lacrosse is going to donate $445, which is a third of the cost of doing Sawmill. Of that expenditure.
Okay.
And then soccer would like to donate $891, which is the rest of the cost for Sawmill, and $382, which is the cost of Ennis. So you don't have to go and beg and borrow and steal
Okay.
from whatever budget, whatever other line item you need to. So between those two donations, those are the fields, we use them all the time. We're asking, we want to help out. So instructions on when you need the money, where to give the money, I'll leave that up to you. You can email me or whatever.
Do you want me to have just Jeff from A&A just bill you guys direct so it would show as an expense to you guys?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Whatever's easiest for you.
Do you want me to contact Jeff, or do you want to do it, or?
I don't have any adjustments.
Okay, I'll contact Jeff tomorrow then.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. We just felt at that point, we want the fields looking good. We want them there. We don't want to put an extra burden on, your budget at this point. I know you had to replace the pump over at Dara and everything. So
Yep.
it was just what we could help out with.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
On Sawmill, I know I saw the email about slice seeding possibly happening. Do we know when it's happening?
Really dependent on weather.
Okay.
Like, he won't slice seed in weather like this.
Okay.
Because
I'm just trying to figure out when those. There's still some very bad spots on that, especially that first field you get to, but even the other fields, there are still some really bad spots. So I don't know when it was planned.
Like he said to me, he goes, if we try slice seeding right now, it's just going to burn.
Right.
It's not even going to take.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just throwing money away. We've got to look for that opportunity, that few weeks in the weather that's going to say, it's good enough.
Right.
It might not happen until the end of August, the
Okay.
way it looks. So.
And then the other thing is for soccer, the next 2 weeks of clinics, both organizations are now on the approved state list as requested. I'm going to ask for A&A if you can talk to them about adjusting the sprinkler schedule.
Oh, all right.
Because right now it's on during the day.
Right.
So if it's, you don't want kids from 9 to 3 getting.
No, he doesn't.
So.
That's easy. And that's it. Which fields?
Sawmill.
Sawmill, okay. Okay.
When do the clinics start, Mike?
Monday.
Next Monday?
Yeah. So there's a week clinic next Monday, and then the week after there's another clinic Monday through Friday as well.
That's the 3rd.
All right, I got that.
Actually, something that's wrong. Now that I think of it, it's the 3rd and the 17th,
Okay.
not the 14th, not the 10th. So the 3rd, and then it's a week off, and then
Okay.
the 17th. That's my bet.
Well, I'll just tell him to do it for the 3 weeks then, just so he doesn't have to come back and forth
Right.
on it. All right.
The other thing, Litchfield Recreational Recreation Basketball League bylaws. The board for the basketball league took a vote to amend some bylaws. We added a position, modified position descriptions, tweaked it here and there for a few other things. By the bylaws, we need to, in those revisions need to be approved by the rec commission.
Right.
So, we had sent it a copy of the new bylaws last week or a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, for review. So I was just here to answer any possible questions and.
I didn't read it yet, did you? So
I just looked over it, but
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
came-
think
they
anything
came-
that was significant that,
There was nothing.
Yeah.
We moved around some
yeah.
positional responsibilities. We added an instructional coordinator because we felt that it's an area that needs bolstering in terms of someone to pay special attention to. We just, after last year, we realized the resources just weren't there. It was too much responsibility on one person trying to run all of rec. I mean, and those were pretty much the big ones. We took out the tryout document and the tryout layout and said that they were going to be part of a different attack, that we do tryouts according to that secondary document, so that every time we said, okay, we wanted to add a column for this or subtract a column, we wouldn't have to keep coming back and saying it's a revision of the bylaw. It's not something that's life or death in terms of how the leagues run. It's just, it's a document. So we took that out as just a reference material instead of part of the bylaw.
Yeah, I would think, unless it was something like you were becoming a for-profit organization or something like that, I think most of the changes are minimal that don't really have an effect
Yeah.
on.
I'm gonna make a motion that we accept the changes to the basketball bylaws. Do I have a second?
Second?
Any discussion needed? I mean, I've read through them.
Yeah.
I knew the old one's cold. I don't see anything major here. I mean, as far as changes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
4, 0, 1. Okay. All set? That was easy.
And that's all I have.
Excellent. Always like quick, short things. We have a couple of items to cover as far as charity events. Susan Haley sent us a message to do her cornhole event. I thought we had approved
We had
that.
approved, but she said, she never gave us a date. They were gonna go back and discuss a date.
Okay.
So those are the 2 days. Saturday, August 29th, rain date, Sunday, August 30th. I don't believe there's anything that weekend at Dara, so
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
so I'll reply back to her and say she's good to go.
All right, because we've already done the whole approval process of
Yep,
that.
yep. I think she was just firming up the date.
Do we have to let pickleball know? Don't they usually have it on the weekends?
I will, because if she did say in case of rain, I will let Jeanette know. Yeah.
You did the updates for the youth sports leagues. What are we doing with the public defender?
He's all set. He's gonna get back to me with a date.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, they've done it the past couple of years, so.
What was this last field usage request one? I love when my memory blanks out. Got one that went forward for,
How far back?
oh, girls
Oh,
lacrosse
Terrio?
league. For 9th grade, and
Yeah. Mike Terrio, right?
from Andy Sandon.
Oh, Andy's, yeah, Sandham, yep.
Currently, they do not have well, two things. They're not tied up on the website based on my conversation with him, so they haven't approached the state to get approval for that. When I talked to him last week, I told him to head down that direction, and then I also told him he should contact lacrosse board to see if they would sponsor him so they could fall under the rec commission insurance. Otherwise, we'd have to decide whether we wanted to cover it, but he had to take care of the state end first. I thought possibly he'd come through here today and do this. In our conversation, what he said was he's looking to take the girls' high school program and run some instructional instructional camp for them to help them to the next level. We don't have a high school girls lacrosse youth program in town, and it can't be affiliated with the school program based on the way the school rules stand, because it's not a school-sponsored function. So he's looking for something from our end. I thought he'd be here, so
What was the
any
date on that? I'm
ideas?
trying to find it. What was the date on that?
I went to Keith, I think, originally. Or maybe
I have
Keith
it right
sent it to
here.
me.
What's the date?
July 21st.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, I have August. Oh, you're talking about the date it was sent?
Yes.
Yeah, it's August
Oh, the date
10th
of
through
the
13th.
clinic? Yeah.
10th through the
No, the
13th.
date it was sent. I'm looking for the email.
Yeah.
Okay. Want
So
me
we-
to send it to you?
I had it.
August 10th, August 13th for 4 days is what he's looking for. For a free girls lacrosse clinic for 9th grade and up. It's a high school clinic.
And that was at Sawmill, right?
That was at Sawmill, and he said primarily what they're looking to use is the wall and the space near the wall. They're not
But-
even looking for a whole field.
So the date, the time, so it's the 10th through the 14th, but the times, would that conflict with what you just said? You're holding the 2 weeks of soccer clinics?
They have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Clinics are during the day, or during 9 to 3.
They want 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Oh, okay.
There is summer soccer there Tuesday and Thursday, but there's enough room.
Right, and what he said was we're looking for, really, he's looking for the corner of the field where the wall
With the
board
board,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not even, he doesn't even think they'll get out and do any real full field work. 'cause
So
that doesn't-
what he really needs is someone to co-sponsor that that group, right?
Yes.
Either lacrosse or
Lacrosse or
the
us.
commission.
And I wasn't sure, I wasn't gonna speak for the rest of us. I told him to talk to lacrosse, I'd talk to you guys tonight. I thought possibly he'd show up. Is that something we'd be interested in supporting? My end is, yeah, I can't see why we wouldn't at
Yeah.
that point,
Yeah.
as long as he gets on the website. Any thoughts to that?
I just have to get the email. But I had
I
it.
just sent
My
it to
fault.
you.
Thank you.
so you
I have no problem at all with it. I think it's,
All right.
So, a motion to co-sponsor the lacrosse camp pending
State approval.
state approval.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
500, sounds good. So he'll be getting back to me on the state thing, I'll let you guys know. All right. That was it that I had for requests. Did you have any, Colleen, that I missed?
no, I missed Andy's, obviously. No, replied to that guy Cameron, or girl, from Nashua. Lonnie's all set, he just has to give us his date. I think that's it. I will reply back to Susan and Jeanette about the cornhole tournament. I did reach out to Ben again to ask about the fence repairs at Sawmill. He's been sick, so he's gonna get to it. He just wasn't feeling well, so I know he was sick for quite a bit, so that's still waiting.
That, on a side note, that the cornhole tournament fundraiser that they want to do,
Mhm.
the cornhole league just had one last weekend at AJ's for a guy that was in the league that he passed away on a workplace accident. So they had a fundraiser for his family, big cornhole tournament, horseshoes and all that, and they raised $8,000 in one day.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
They're doing really well with that league.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Cool.
It's no longer the Litchfield Cornhole League. It's
No, it's taking on a
Wait,
life of its own.
new name?
Yeah, I changed the name to 603 Cornhole, or something like that.
How cute.
That's nice.
Kevin, do you have anything fun for us?
I do, if you don't.
Oh, go ahead.
Playgroup.
Go ahead.
Playgroup is done. Playgroup is done for the summer.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's gonna be permanent if I can't find a volunteer. And shocking, nobody stepped up. But I'm hoping to go back to work. My son's going into first grade, so this is my chance to get back into the real world. So I'm still looking. It's a lot harder than I remember it being. I think it's my age, seriously.
Do we want to put something on the web, do you want to put something on the website that we're
I
looking
can.
for a
Looking for a
volunteer?
volunteer for the,
I put it on the mom's Facebook page, so there's like 300 members, and I figured there'd be one mom out
I
there.
think that would be the place to find one, right?
Well,
Someone,
right, it's all the moms in Litchfield, and they're always complaining that there's nothing to do, but
Nobody
I
wants
guess
to
do,
organize it.
I know, it's.
funny that
I
it's
just
hard to
need
find volunteers. I don't get it.
8:30 to 10:30, once a week.
Yeah.
And they don't even have to
So,
do
so
anything.
Litchfield people, we need a
Yeah, right.
volunteer.
Everywhere.
I even have the toys. I'm willing to give them the toys. So if, right, yeah, the shed is full. I mean, I sold a lot of them too. So I did on the last play group before the summer ended. People who have been coming for a long time have been begging me to give them the stuff I sold.
So they're free, are they free to change the day to fit their schedule? Are you set on the date?
That's up to pickleball. Pickleball has the hall every other day. Trust me, I already had 3 people come after me asking if I was giving up Tuesday and if they could have it.
So you have it Tuesday morning still from what, is it 8 to noon?
Yeah, I think it's like 8 to 11.
8 to 11? Okay,
Yeah, but I don't
Tuesdays.
think pickleball even gets in there till about noon.
Right, so maybe a volunteer has a different time and
Well,
we can,
that's,
and
I
we
told
can
them they could
adjust the
change
pickleball.
whatever they wanted. All they have to do is just open it, because there's still, quite a few people that go
Mm-hmm.
that have little kids, but, pretty much everybody who started with me, we're all going in to school, first grade, kindergarten, preschool, whatever.
I'll put it on Facebook
Yep.
as well.
Okay,
So,
so look for.
yeah, it would be nice if it
Is
didn't.
that,
What the Litchfield Moms page?
Yes, so it's in.
Which was nice.
Yeah, I already put it up there. And everybody's sad to see it go.
but no one's down.
Nobody wants to do it.
That's too bad.
Great job, Jesse. See you later.
Why can't this town do more?
Drives me crazy. So, just wanted to let you know. So, I don't know what's gonna happen September. If I don't find a job, I might just continue it.
Okay.
Just so I have something to do. It'll be weird with no kids trailing.
Yeah.
So I'll get back to you. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay, 2 things, speed bumps. I picked up a pair of speed bumps for nothing.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, I haven't had time to put them in. Okay, John is off of the help. I got them in my yard right now because I use my truck.
Great.
So I know that you got 4 6-footers or 4 5-footers. That'd be enough to break it up as you're going in. I really said, since they paved it, it's created a problem,
Yes.
okay? So
Were you
really,
listening to
dirt-
my last session?
Dirt is not a
That's what we
bad
talked
thing,
about.
okay? It slows people down, get over it, okay? The irrigation is gonna be a concern for a little while. We've had some debates already on this. I am using, I told John already, I'm sticking to the original designer to get the field back up the way it should be, instead of being excessive. And Colleen, you got concerned with brown grass. I love brown grass myself. Okay, it cuts back on the mowing and everything else. And the
And
ball
weeds.
still rolls.
Brown grass, grubs, and weeds, don't forget, Kevin.
Weeds are not
Grubs.
a bad thing. And College do good. Okay, but I'm trying to. She's quiet.
I got it.
Okay, damn police. Okay, as health officer, I promote safety.
Sir.
Okay,
Yes.
and legalize it, will you? The next question is,
You're gonna get yourself. Step back from the camera, Kevin.
no, I've already stepped into the ocean once. Okay. On the irrigation, I know you have a contract with the other guy, and he's probably a little pissed off about what we're trying to do.
Does he
We've
even
gone
know?
through 3 pumps
does
already
know?
there, okay? Because of inattentiveness to the system, okay? We put stuff on the system that'll stop it from burning up. When you go down, you can cook an egg on the manhole, tell you the pump is too hot. And when you do that, the bearings, the plastic gears are gone. We keep on rebuilding, replacing. Not worthy of that, we're wasting money. The system we put on it, you just can't turn things on. We're working on the 3 infield special sprinkler
I've
heads.
called him 3 times and not gotten a single response.
From who?
Is it Bob Washbo?
No, Bob is not who I'm dealing with.
Whoever's at Washbo.
Bob takes care of the
But
well.
who put that on the relay on?
I've had Bob put that on there.
So I called him about
Yeah, he understands that.
Won't even call me back.
You know, I'll find out about that, okay? But we
Are you
did,
familiar with what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, we're very
Because
familiar.
we've talked, but I think it's only the three of us, so it's,
I just got it today. I just got it.
Okay.
I just got it
So
today.
It's a dusty situation. I really have a hard time talking about kids and dust, okay? That's my personal feeling. We never had this specialty stuff here with
A
that.
lot of specialty stuff nowadays.
Okay? Don't get me going, okay? We played in a barnyard. My point here is that I already talked about those three heads. We're not putting those on right now until I get some other controls taken care of, to get the metering in place and get that done. We have an issue there. We have excessive amount that was being drawn out of there over the years. I'm gonna say excessive. There is a number, there's a gold number that we have to stay below, or else we get in another whole bracket. We're staying below that
So
bracket.
can I just ask a quick question, Kevin? Obviously, when we had been doing the fields, what
I'm
did,
just dealing with controls, that's all.
right, what was the pump? How much did we water then?
You don't want me to say that now, do you? You really want me to say that now?
No?
Doesn't matter, so.
no, it's for,
It doesn't matter.
that's for the field committee to talk about. So what we're doing now is what matters.
So here's my,
But, no, what he's saying is, what?
We're getting it back to what we need to get it back into. We were excessively drawing water at an unnecessary rate to accomplish nothing.
We-
Now we're trying to get it into, feel it in. We're going through at least a month or two to get it into the cycle.
so
We have-
if the state is limiting our usage of
They
water.
always have.
Right, but I'm saying, and we know what that number is,
I have it.
then we need to, I understand if we need to stay below that number, that's fine.
Correct.
That's what we're doing.
However, outside of that, I don't think we can override the person we have a contract with to maintain the fields, because then he has zero liability for the condition of the fields because we changed what he was doing to take care of them.
Okay, if he needs to do that, then maybe his system is wrong, that he needs to maintain. I'm gonna say that out loud, okay? For years, we didn't have a problem with a certain method of doing it. But it depends on the cycle of rain, okay? Everything depends on the rain, okay? It also depends when you fertilize. If you're not getting rain, you're not putting fertilizer down. Bottom line.
Right.
Okay?
Understood.
You gotta watch the weather. I don't care if it's in your contract to put it down. You're not putting it down. Okay? If we're gonna have an irrigation system that's gonna create a problem, then we maybe put it down in a different method. Less of it and do it in a slower cycle. Okay? You can do that.
Well, I think that's what we're in now, and trying to revive the fields from the damage that was done over the past 2 years is what are we on, a 5 or 6 application cycle now to try and bring things back.
That's great, but by doing so, we created some other problems. So we gotta get it back into a cycle, and that's what we're trying to do. The metering is important. We're still, we've got, the meter they sent was the wrong one. We're using it now, getting that replaced. We're putting an outside reader on it so we can take care of the governor, which I have to take care of the state DES, and I gotta give them cycles and everything else. But I'm trying to get the flow. Colleen, you're right. There are some areas that feel that need a little more love than the other areas of those fields. And that's what I'm trying to get that cycle fixed. I returned the call to your contractor. He has not returned my call. So I've taken the initiative to at least zone it so I can get the field back up with the original designer of the thing. He can go in there, boom, 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 and program it, he's done. We've already talked, I know very little about irrigation other than you can suck it from a river. That was my life, irrigating. Lawns, I had no salt, I no love this. Don't get me. Anything white crystal goes on a lawn should be salt. Okay? So, that's how I feel about it, okay? But I'm just trying to get your lawns back up and running.
So is the only area that we're concerned about right now with the timing and the relay and all this
That's the environment,
is
and we're trying to get
Dara,
those.
not Sawmill?
No, the other fields
some reason the
are
state
a
doesn't
non-issue.
I was gonna say, yeah,
don't know why.
yeah, they don't,
Why is it that they don't care about the other properties?
fields.
They don't have an
They
impact,
The aquifer.
right,
So
they don't
what?
have an impact on our watershed. This is a watershed control, RSA 488. It's watershed control, which those they're not impacted by.
So we need the number that they are limiting it.
I have that number, I got it.
20,000 gallons per day?
Which should be fine because we water Sawmill with 20,000 gallons a day and it's bigger.
Right. Correct,
So,
which is a larger field.
right.
But then you cycle, but that's a newer field. Consider the newness. When you water a lawn too much, the roots don't get a chance to get down where they belong. Okay, that's a science to lawns. People like to water the lawns with a nice and green. If the roots don't get down, okay, in the first place, okay, because we keep on watering, the roots will stay up. You don't want to water them all the time. You want it to go down as much as you can. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the root system down.
Right.
You dump all you want onto it.
Just my position on it is we just need to know what we're limited to by the state. We need to give that information to the contractor and let him go with that. And see where it goes. Because I don't think we can intervene outside of him violating the contract or,
I can intervene with the amount of water coming out in relation to it.
Yes, right.
I have to
We need
intervene with
have
that, and I will
He
do
needs to have
that.
that number. Yeah.
Okay, I am gonna, he knows, and we've had one conversation when I dropped it already in half. Okay, in half. Okay, and we need to bring it up a little bit on 4 zones. There's only, 20 heads, okay? Where we may have to run it every day instead of every other day. Who knows? But yeah, we gotta watch the weather too. We got the sensors out there, so those are working. But when we found the sensors being shut off, that bothered me.
What sensors?
The water sensors.
Yeah, they weren't working.
Who was gonna say something?
They don't work. Well, I talked to him about it. He said, yeah, they're not working. The Sawmill, that doesn't work either. Which is just, it's a normal, I don't think residential one, any of them, I don't think they just don't work that well.
You gotta have them working when you gotta deal with rain. Why? He says they're not gonna work and it's all he says?
No, I'm saying in general, they're not very effective.
Then we got them in the wrong spots, so we got the wrong types.
No. They just,
I understand.
those devices just aren't that good.
So we need to get something better.
It's gonna cost us money, Kevin.
I'm so used to spending money fixing stuff. That shouldn't have to be fixed, okay? I'm talking about $3,000 this year doing stuff.
I know, and
Okay,
the
that
grass
shouldn't
still
have
looks
to
like
go
crap.
through it, Okay?
I know.
And I'm trying to prevent that.
So they have come back, I think from when, the
They
late start
have,
to the
but
end of the
they're
season.
still
that's
patchy.
an issue.
They're still
Well, that's
patchy.
until we oversee
I know,
food slice
I
seed,
know,
that's
I
not
know.
gonna change.
I know.
And that's supposed to happen in the fall.
Yep.
I think that's.
Oh, I know we're repairing now. I realize that.
Yeah, I mean,
I just wanted to make it clear that the past practice was unacceptable, okay, on Darrell. The rest of the fields have not been a problem, because I really don't care. I'll be honest with you. Unless somebody in the area complains about their well going dry because we're keeping the grass green. I've had that complaint on irrigation wells too. Okay? So, golf courses are exempt, guys. That law went into effect when Passaconaway was built. Our legislature was good for us. Okay? So, I don't mean to upset
I
your
will,
contractor.
I will contact him tomorrow, or I'll
You
send him
contact him
tonight.
anytime.
And I will tell him that he needs to figure out whatever he needs to do. We need water on the fields every day, and they need to be limited to 20,000 a day. Yes,
No.
every day.
No,
20,000 gallons a day.
on every zone?
No.
No, not every
You want to
zone.
split the
The
zone.
entire field.
Now, when we built
But
Sawmill.
we break it down.
I looked at, because we had to figure out our well capacity, what we needed for that.
Right.
And I looked at, including talking to Brian, I looked everywhere I could to find out what athletic fields take for watering. And it was 20,000 gallons a day, every day. And I thought 3 times a week was enough. And it blew my mind, but I saw nowhere that contradicted that. Every day they need to be watered. Unless, of course,
Yeah, we're over the state standard, we gotta deal with it.
No, we're limited to 20,000 a day, we said, right? So we stay with that. But
If we run our system every day, they were over the state standard.
not if we're at 20,000 a day.
It's a maximum of 600,000 per month, right?
there.
So we'd have to be cautious.
Very
It's
good.
not as simple as saying, yes, we want to stick to the, right there. It's not as simple. It's this, how am I gonna say this, being politically incorrect? Here we go again. Okay? And put us down to this, guys. We go low bid every single time on your contracts. Okay? The
We
reason
weren't
why
the, that wasn't the lowest,
No, we
that was not the
We,
lowest.
it wasn't the lowest.
We're close to being there, okay? Because I remember it wasn't much, it was only about another $6,000 it was. You get what you get. I'm not saying these guys are bad, don't get me wrong. But do they know how to run an irrigation system, or they know how to mow lawns and maintain that kind of stuff? They say they do. There's guys that do it, and there's guys that don't do it. I'm dealing with four irrigation systems, four different styles,
Yep.
four different types, okay? Rainmaker, I'm gonna say, helped me a lot last year dealing with the mess that we had, okay? But Rainmaker was doing it in a sense behind the scene with a guy that lived in town, okay? He helped us out behind the scene, okay? And I was grateful. This gentleman here, I have nothing against. All I gotta tell you is that we are limited with Darrow, and we're gonna stay within the limits. If we have to cut down some of the zones that don't need the water outside the fields, which is fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, do we water, I know we water along,
You water the fence,
Talent,
you water the
I mean,
buildings,
Talent.
you
Yeah,
water
that doesn't have to be
around.
it.
yeah, we don't need to do
Okay,
Talent
I'm taking
Hall.
those zones out if I
Right.
have to, okay, because I don't mind those lawns not being soft and plush.
Yeah.
Okay? But I'm trying to get back to reality, guys, that's what I'm trying to do.
I think
So we're
that's-
still in the cycle.
I agree with that. We changed to those other areas.
That's why we
That's
got,
what he
and
said,
that's
yeah.
why I talked to Mr. Bean about it, because he designed it, I got the plan, and I wanted to stick to just the field.
Good.
Okay, and Colleen, you had the brown spots, yes, there is to that one side there where it was sandy, where the old houses used to be. Okay, it's sandy in there because it's gravelly, not much loam was put down, that's why you got it. Tell people, if you're gonna build a house, put 6 inches of loam and save yourself some headaches. Okay? Save you a lot of problems.
There you go.
Okay, guys, as much as this is a bickering issue.
Thank you for working with us.
Yes,
Kevin.
thank you for.
Thank you.
Appreciate your
dealing with it,
support.
Seriously.
Yes, and John, you're not gonna be out there digging holes for me for the speed bumps.
So
Hey.
that's what I wanted to ask you.
Whenever you call
Why
me,
don't you get them if
Yeah.
they ask that?
And are they removable?
yes,
That's what I wanted to know.
Yes
So
and
they can be
yes.
taken out during the winter time for plowing. Perfect.
yes and yes.
They're only there in case you go in, because they see you up, driving in, be a little thing that flops down.
Hey.
You're the
Thank you,
one I have to
Kevin.
look out for.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, what did you decide on the parking for down there?
Parking where?
Everywhere.
The
They're-
parking-
They're parking everywhere.
Well,
They're parking at the pond, on the playground,
Well,
on the
actually, and
court.
I have to s so I went down the other day, it was pretty cool, actually. I went down the other day and it was, they had actual
Beach
people,
was full.
they were swimming and fishing and, I mean, what are you gonna do? They had a
They
van.
parked on top of the hill, 90% of the time, they're on top next to the basketball, or the old tennis.
Yeah, or
courts.
the
Okay,
sign.
Or the sign, I don't mind that.
But I mean, it was
okay?
actually being used, they were actually fishing and swimming, and I'm like, well, at least it's being used.
I
It's
The
mean,
next 2
good.
days are gonna be mobbed down.
I was there
Yep.
at 6 a.m. on Saturday morning, and a guy and his daughter came up and they were swimming.
Yeah.
5:30 in the morning, they were
We
swimming.
go
They're out
swimming
there.
there all the time. I take the kids there all the time.
It's so,
Pond is being used a lot. I think along the playground area, your master plan, you gotta look at something around the trees to keep them from going into that zone. But boy, there's enough obstacles there to keep them out. They normally say, if you put something parked in this area here, it's fine, but with the paving done, you've got the road race coming through there. She brought it the other day, and I said, okay, why did we pave it, is the first question that came to mind, but I know why.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at 2 speed bumps. One is you enter the site, where we used to slow them down, so they're coming out of cars in the parking lot, and one somewhere next to the building, right after the gate,
I think it's perfect.
okay? We'll slow them down, because once you get beyond the building, we got the natural speed bumps there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not moving them.
No. They do slow down once they hit the dirt.
Right.
That's right, I'm not moving them. I'm not gonna do the school thing, put up permanent speed bumps.
And once they're here, we'll just store them right next to the building, you know, for the
No, I
winter
think it's a good
season.
idea.
I was gonna say, could they even be stored
Don't ask.
underneath the, The deck.
Keith, the question is,
I
don't
wouldn't even
ask.
carry them that far.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't even bring them that far, because they're gonna go around, they're gonna go in the
Are they
front.
that heavy?
Donate
Oh, they are?
things.
Oh,
yeah.
I think they're, I
Okay.
thought
Kids
they were
aren't, kids
hollow.
aren't gonna be moving them.
I have to drive
I thought they
down
were hollow.
Billy Tate. I'm gonna say Billy Tate, okay? Hillsborough one park. I walk in there, they got speed bumps, portable speed bumps. Wow, this is what I'm looking for. So I asked the lady, where'd you get 'em?
Unscrewed them.
Here comes the
There you
president.
go.
He comes over, where'd you get him? Billy Tate. Hello. You know, okay, I've known Billy for years. He got a whole slew of them, they gave me 2 there. They had extras.
Perfect.
Okay, so I got the screws and the bolts for me, just gotta get the shields and
And then,
whenever I have time. The prisoners have been on my, we're all done with them till August, got 2 more weeks in August with them, so.
And where are they going then?
They'll be at the school most of the time, I had them at the Griffin School, if you noticed.
I saw that, so that was, I thought they were,
We stumped the ditch.
Looks
we
good.
Grade it, so the water will flow, so they can mow the lawn, which is another issue.
looks really good.
I'm not gonna get that CO done tonight.
No, I saw that. I wasn't sure who was doing it, so it was the,
Yeah,
prisoners.
it's been a good time, okay? We've been busy, so guys,
Thank
don't
you,
put the
Kevin.
water, the grass may be a little grown up, but the ball will bounce still, okay?
you'll recover.
Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
I'm really encouraged that.
Bye, Kevin. Anybody have anything else?
I think that was it.
Good. Make a motion to adjourn. Got a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
500.
What time you out
Thank you
of
for
here?
all coming.
Tomorrow morning. Oh, you're going with them.
I'm
You're going with them.
Connecticut with them.
That's right.